Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist Genevieve Rejock with your Wednesday edition of FSU weather. Here we have quite a cloudy sky, just a little bit of blue peeking behind our graphic, but right now it is 71 degrees, some winds coming out of the south-southwest at 7 miles per hour. Current temperatures for the Tallahassee area. Here we have that 72 in Tallahassee. It does get a little bit warmer as you go outwards towards Sumatra at 73 degrees. And for the radar for the Tallahassee area, we have those showers, that severe weather that was passing through earlier today. It is going through Cross City, going through Lake City. So if you are in the northern part of the Florida Peninsula, I would be careful and watch out. For tonight's headlines, we have some cool and rainy end to the week. We'll be looking back at a tornado in Enterprise, Alabama, and luckily for us, it'll warm up on the weekend. All that and more on FSU Weather.
Good evening, Tallahassee. Welcome back to FSU Weather. It's been a little bit of a rocky start here in Tallahassee, not only with some technical difficulties here at FSU Weather, but how about that rain today?
It's been quite the day for weather today. It's been quite a gloomy day here in Tallahassee.
100%. Not only did we have to deal with the rain walking to class, I also had a little bit of issue with the wind with my umbrella. I don't know if any of you guys also felt that as you might have been walking to class, to work, whatever you had to do today. Hopefully you're able to avoid being outside. But we are going to look at a little bit like what does Tallahassee have for us in the near future? Is that rain going to continue, Genevieve?
Well, absolutely, Jessica. I will be showing you the local radar. Okay, here, live look at Doe Campbell Stadium. Here I am again. It is cloudy, 71 degrees, and the winds are coming out from the south-southwest at 7 miles per hour. Tallahassee radar is showing us showers. We saw showers this morning. I know my socks were wet for majority of the day. My backpack is still slightly drying off, but that's okay. Here, those storms are moving down towards down the peninsula. Those rainstorms are going through Cross City, Lake City, the northern part of the peninsula here are in that region. I will say to be careful when you're driving home from work. I would advise that you stay in. For the temperature almanac for Tallahassee, here we have a high of 74 degrees, pretty warm but pretty standard for this time of the year. A low of 62 degrees, and you see those temperatures here, the 74 and the 62, those are close because it is quite muggy outside. Ladies, I know my hair was frizzing up, that's why it's up today. But luckily we're far from our record of 91 degrees and a shivering 25 degrees. Current temperatures for the Tallahassee area, 72 here in Tallahassee, gets a little bit warmer as you go outwards, 73 in Quincy, 73 in Sumatra. Still slightly colder at warm 71 degrees in Apalachicola. Current dew points for the Tallahassee area, 68 in Tallahassee. You see close to our temperatures, so it is very muggy, very moist outside. Apalachicola down by the coast, 64-degree dew point, pretty muggy. For our future radar here in Tallahassee, right now we are not experiencing any storms, but that storm is going to persist down the state and we will get showers tomorrow as well. For tonight's forecast, Tallahassee, a chillier 59 degrees, still pretty nice for what we've been seeing in the colder winter months of January. February, Apalachicola, slightly warmer at 62 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast here, 62 in Tallahassee and 62 in St. Mark's. And tonight in Tally, 57 degrees. And tomorrow, 63 degrees. And I will be passing that right on off.
Thanks, Genevieve. Zooming out a bit to look more at the state of Florida, we've got quite the soggy start to spring in the state of Florida right now with this line of storms that's been moving across the panhandle so far today, moving this way, and finally starting to move now approaching central Florida as we move into tomorrow and overnight. Right now in Tallahassee, the rain has finally started to clear up a little bit, got a little bit more possibly coming our way later on, but as of right now, it's been much clearer than what we had earlier on today, as the rain has started to move much further down into the Big Bend region of Florida and moving into central Florida. With our live look at Panama City Beach right now, currently it's 67 in Panama City Beach with cloudy skies, as we can see over here in our live look. Not rainy right now, but still not sunny by any means. With our radar right now, again, this is the line of storms that we've been seeing up in the Panhandle so far today. Right now, it's mostly over the water, got a lot of lightning strikes over the water right now as this moves closer to central Florida and moves in off of the water overnight. Up in Jacksonville, we've got some severe weather warnings up there as we can see all these lightning strikes start to move through the area. So if you're in Jacksonville, probably a good night to stay in because our weather is not looking good up there for the night. Lots of heavy rain down here by Gainesville as it starts to move into the area. And with our live look, it's certainly backing that up. We have thunderstorms in Gainesville right now with 73 degrees. Not a very good night to be out in the area. South Florida, not quite seeing anything from this line of storms just yet. Mostly clear. A little bit of rain up near Lake Okeechobee, but otherwise fairly clear. Miami right now, like I said, sorry about that. Some clouds in the area, but overall not bad, partly cloudy. Still got a view of the sun over here at 82 degrees in Miami right now. Not bad just yet. With our current temperatures, bit warmer again down in South Florida, but we've got cooler temperatures up here in the Panhandle as that rain has moved out of the area, leaving cool temperatures behind it. With our dew points, much closer to the temperatures again up near the Panhandle as that rain has started to clear out. Not quite as low in the southern part of Florida, however. And tonight in Florida, again, we have some storms and rain up in Jacksonville and into central Florida. Going to have some storms in Tampa and Fort Myers overnight, but otherwise still fairly clear down in South Florida. And tomorrow we see those storms start to move into the southern parts of Florida. Right now, I'm going to pass things off, however, to Jesse with the southeast.
Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, so we just saw a look at Florida, and Florida's not very unique in terms of all this rain that we're seeing down here in the usual Sunshine State. We're seeing rain over the majority of the southeast, just like we looked at Gainesville earlier. But look at this, in Virginia and even Kentucky, Bowling Green, Kentucky, they're seeing lots of cloudy skies, even some rain on our camera here in Blacksburg, Virginia. So once again, Florida not very unique, with a lot of the southeast seeing rainy, wet conditions as we go into tonight, and really we've been looking at this all day. Here in Florida, we do have some warmer temperatures, 72 here in Tallahassee, and further south, look at that, 80 in Tampa, so a lot warmer conditions. But behind that frontal system, where you're not seeing a lot of rain, look at this, Jackson, Mississippi with 63, Little Rock at 58, so a lot cooler temperatures behind that frontal system. But look, here's all that rain. Charleston, 71, thunderstorms. Jacksonville also looking at thunderstorms, temperatures in the 70s. So as we're seeing this springtime system move through, we're going to see that rain with it, and we can see that with our dew points as well, with all this green showing you all the moisture, and that's ahead of the cold front. So that's where we're going to see all the rain, all that mugginess when you step outside. And behind, we're going to see a lot drier conditions and sunnier skies. So Montgomery at the tail kind of end of it, we got 48 dew point there, 40 in Jackson, and very low over in Shreveport, 29. So as we were seeing that muggy weather earlier, now we're looking at a lot drier conditions, so definitely be prepared for that with your chapstick and hopefully, maybe even a jacket there too. Looking at the radar though, a lot of that rain over Florida now. We have a little bit of showers up north in Georgia and even in the Carolinas. They're still seeing a lot of that, but as you go further north, it looks like it gets a little bit weaker of a system, most of the severe weather. Staying down here in the southern part of the southeast, we do have some storms forming in central Florida, and a lot of that coming up into Florida from the south as well. Maybe some onshore flow there. Some of that moisture is coming in. And also behind me, we're seeing this line of storms that continues to progress towards Florida, just like we saw earlier. Now, as we go into the future, overnight here, we're going to see a lot of rain all over the southeast. Honestly, though, look at that. It does stay in Florida. Most of the southeast had their chance at rain yesterday. We are going to see some showers in Alabama, Georgia, once again up into the Carolinas as we go into Friday. So that's 48 hours from now. Still seeing some effects from the system in the Carolinas, and even maybe we got some showers in Florida as well. So it's really going to be a rainy 2 days. So definitely take a look at that. Make sure you plan accordingly and bring that umbrella and that rain jacket as you go about. And look at all of this here. We have 1.5 to 2.5 inches across central Florida and once again on the east coast of the Carolinas. But a lot of the southeast is going to see at least half an inch to an inch of rain. So definitely be careful when you're driving as well. And it looks like tonight, we're not sure what it's going to be tonight. Orlando is 70 degrees, we do know that, but as you get further north, we're going to see cooler temperatures tonight and into tomorrow. We got 58 in Little Rock, 66 in Shreveport. So temperatures in the 50s and 60s, so fairly mild for this time of year as we are seeing conditions start to warm up for that area. And Florida, our favorite, we're seeing temperatures in the 60s in Orlando and Tampa as that rain's still going to come, and then obviously Miami at 84, going to stay nice and warm for you guys down there, but that rain is coming, I promise you that, so don't think that it's going to be sunny forever. But I'm actually going to pass things over to the desk. We're going to talk about some severe weather that happened back in 2007.
Yes, absolutely, Jesse. So, if I could get the graphics right on the screen, I apologize.
There we go. We're going to talk about the 2007 Enterprise EF4 tornado that struck in Enterprise, Alabama.
So on March 1st in 2007, so an almost spring day, the kids were at school, Enterprise High School, and unfortunately a sad day occurred when the Enterprise tornado hit the school.
Yeah, it hit during the school day, and the high school suffered a lot of heavy damage as a result of this storm, and there were 9 fatalities that resulted from this storm, 8 of which were from Enterprise High School itself. So very tragic day there in Alabama because of this storm.
Absolutely. And we'll look into this damage that actually occurred. We have a helicopter surrounding the school and the nearby area. There's quite a lot of debris, and as we saw in the previous slide, there was a car and debris surrounding it. I imagine it was quite a terrible day.
Yeah, quite a bit of physical damage to the building itself, lots of structural damage. Had to have been a very scary day.
Absolutely, and for a high school, that is definitely not what I would want.
So taking a look at the convective outlook from that outbreak, you can see surrounding the Alabama region and right over Enterprise was a high convective outlook for that region, which the SPC does not issue a high warning very lightly, so that shows that they were definitely expecting some severe weather in that area that day.
Absolutely, and as you go outwards on this graphic, you see the moderate risk and the slight risk going outwards, but you see in that area of Alabama, it is really, it was going to hit for almost certain.
They were definitely expecting some severe weather. And as for the tornado outlook, they had a 30% chance of tornadoes in that area, which 30% chance of rain doesn't sound like a lot, but in terms of tornadoes, a 30% chance is very high.
Absolutely. It was quite a sad day for them in Enterprise, Alabama. Hopefully they knew what was coming. I'm sure they did. And we're going to pass it on over to Jessica on the wall to give us a closer look at the radar.
Thank you. Yeah, we are going to take a look at the Enterprise tornado that happened back in 2007. Once again, I do want to reiterate that this is not current, so if you guys are tuning in, thankfully we didn't see a lot of severe weather here in the Panhandle today outside of a few stray thunderstorms. I did wake up to a little bit of lightning, but just once again, this is not current radar, so this is from March 7th, 2007, so just about, oh my goodness, that was like 15 years ago, wasn't it now? So as you can see, we have Tallahassee down here to the southeast, and Enterprise is right up here, and we're going to see these tornado warned storms. So these are tornado warnings. We have 2 cells here, one north of Crestview, and then one that's going to be just right near Enterprise. So we're going to zoom in and take a look at the progression of these systems as they moved into Enterprise and the surrounding regions. So we can see Enterprise right here on the map now, and we have these 2 cells down south of it. The green triangles are going to show us where we're going to see that radar indicated hail. So not only did we have some severe damage with the tornado, we also saw hail coming out of this system. And as we progress further, we're going to see these 2 cells as they continue to track northeast. And then when you see this purple box right here, that's when you have that confirmed tornado on the ground in Enterprise. So right here, here's your circulation. We have circulation just to the southwest of Enterprise. Once again, that's that purple box showing where that tornado was on March 7th, 2007. And as you continue, we're actually going to be able to see this hook echo. Now that's what tells us, that's a really significant indicator that we see that tornado on radar. And here it is right here, kind of, that literally looks like a hook, and that's going to show us where that tornado is located. So we're going to have the debris ball right here. It goes straight through Enterprise, and just like Jessica and Genevieve said, unfortunately it did hit a school and there were fatalities there. Now I did want to show you guys one other thing. We're going to look at the velocity, and this is just basically going to show you the winds. So the green and reds are basically winds going towards and away from the radar. As you progress in time, you're going to notice down here we have a little bit of blue and red here, and as it gets closer to Enterprise, that blue and red, that couplet, is going to get closer and closer together, and we have this rotation. This is our tornado on radar. So this is how you can spot a tornado on radar using base velocity. So that blue and red is just the indicator of the wind speeds going towards and away from the radar, and it's really tight, close together, so we have some strong rotation there. As it continues on, we're going to see that go straight over Enterprise. Unfortunately, like we said, we did see that severe EF4 tornado that day, and along with some reports of hail. So this one, the orange is going to indicate that someone reported the hail, and then the green is going to be some radar indicated hail as well. And as the tornado continued up, we actually see some rotation splitting off either way. So you might have actually seen another funnel cloud kind of split off from this system. Once again, very tragic day. Very thankful we didn't see anything like this in Tallahassee or our surrounding region. But I'm actually going to throw things back to Genevieve, and we're going to continue on with the show.
Yes, thank you, Jessica, for that really detailed look at the Enterprise tornado. We do want to make one correction. The date was March 1st of 2007, and just to make sure that is not a current system going on. That was in the past. We were just covering it. For our beautiful national, here we see those warm temperatures going down to my hometown of Miami, Florida at 82 degrees. Here we have this 72 in Tallahassee. The temperatures across the board look quite standard for this time of the year. We have a nice, warm, sunny Los Angeles. Gets slightly colder as you go into the northeast. And down in Texas, 69, pretty warm, I would say, pretty standard for this time of year. Luckily, Bismarck is getting some warmer temperatures from what they normally do in the negative degrees, but overall, nice and warm here in Florida. For our dew points here in Miami, quite muggy, of course, as per usual, 70 dew point, Tallahassee, 68 dew point. It is quite dry as you go towards the western United States, as it normally is. In Los Angeles, there's a dew point of 46, and here you see this green color, you see this dew point. It is quite muggy, as opposed to the brown means it's quite dry. For our wind speed and direction, here we got a lot of wind going, but luckily in Tallahassee, not too windy, 16 miles per hour. Down by Miami, you have that coastal breeze, the sea breeze flowing. It is 31 miles per hour, and 51 in San Francisco, which I'd say is pretty brisk. For the national radar here, we have this low pressure system and this cold front that is coming with this severe weather that is going across the northern Florida that we saw earlier today. And that other low pressure system that is bringing all that rain and mixed precipitation up there towards Canada across the northeast United States. And that continues over here with a high pressure system. You see all that dry air that you saw in the brown color in the previous graphic. Sorry about that. This water vapor shows a pretty similar idea of the moisture staying where the system is. So you saw that 68 dew point here in Tallahassee. It is quite muggy, and it gets drier, the brown being pretty dry, and the black and gray being drier air. For our watches and warnings, we have a lot going on around the map. Here at the, I would say, southeast, northeast, southeast Georgia, northeast Florida, we have a tornado watch. That's that yellow part down there. And that is also the same here, which it seems to be touching across Ohio and into West Virginia. That's also a tornado watch. And then severe thunderstorm region on the other half of Ohio. So slightly polarizing state. I don't know which side you want to be in, but either way, take precautions. Up towards Minneapolis, that is, the purple, that is the winter storm warning, which holds true for the northeast United States, which, of course, you got to watch out for your colder temperatures, your drier air. And here in South Texas, we have the fire weather warning and fire weather watch. So basically, the temperatures, the conditions are very favorable for fires to pop up. So please, please be careful. We have another system, quite a bit of rain, some mixed precipitation I saw earlier. So some cold, cold rain going over Seattle. But what is new? It's Seattle, Washington. And here for our radar, we have that system that I was talking about earlier. A lot of rain going on here in south of Chicago, I'd say. And I will be passing it right on off to Jessica with our beautiful lifestyle.
Thanks, Genevieve. Going on to look at our lifestyle, if I can get the graphics to go on. There we go, with our area cameras. Again, quite the gloomy day so far today. Still got clouds over most of the area, over Sportsplex, Panama City, Lake Bradford. Overall, just clouds throughout most of the area. And with our live look at Doak, we have some sun peeking through as the sun starts to set, but overall, clouds throughout much of the area. Currently, though, in Tallahassee, we have 71 degrees, mostly cloudy conditions with some winds coming out of the south-southwest. With our airport delays, though, Tallahassee, we have no delays, thankfully. We might have some clouds in the area, but no delays if you're trying to fly in and out of Tallahassee. Our dog walk forecast, tomorrow is not looking like the best conditions to walk your dog in, though, because we have rain continuing on tomorrow. Somewhat of a chilly morning, starting off at 58 and staying in that general region throughout most of the morning because we have a lot of rain in the area. Not going to be much sun to warm up the temperatures in Tallahassee. Tonight, though, with our stargazing forecast, we have good conditions as the rain has finally started to clear out, so maybe if you want to take a look at the stars, not the worst conditions. With baseball versus Duke, how about our baseball team after that marathon game this past week, 17 innings? They've been having quite the run recently. With our game on Friday at 7 p.m., we have 73 degrees, mostly sunny, finally going to have some nicer weather for a good old baseball game. With our school week planner, tomorrow, again, 70% chance of rain, still going to be quite rainy, but as we move through the rest of the week, things are finally going to start to clear up and have sunnier conditions and warm up just a little bit into the weekend, reaching 74 on Saturday. And with our live look at Doak, I'm going to pass things off to Jesse.
Thank you so much. Yeah, there's a lot going on here in Tallahassee. Once again, definitely go support our Noles at baseball if you have that opportunity. But right now, we are going into a fairly cloudy evening. Might even see some of that rain pop back up. Looks like the wind has calmed down just a little bit to 7 miles per hour. We were seeing 9 earlier, so it's a little bit less breezy than it was. But once again, those clouds hang around. Might get a little peek at the sunset as we go into tonight. That's going to be kind of iffy, so once again, not a good night to stargaze if you guys are looking to do something like that. Look at that, Tallahassee's in a little bit of like a pocket of like not a lot of rain here. Once again, a few passing showers, but look at that. To the north of us, we're going to see a little bit more frequent showers, and then once again to the east, all of that rain pushing through that's associated with that frontal system, so a lot more lightning, a lot more heavy rain. Here in Tallahassee, though, we're getting a little bit of a break. It's not going to continue for very long, though. Currently, we're seeing 71 here in Tallahassee. To the south, we got 72 in Crawfordville, and even further, Apalachicola down on the coast, 68. So it is a little bit chillier down there. And as you look further north, we're still just seeing temperatures in the low 70s, 70 at Thomasville, and this is going to continue to dip down as we go into tonight. But the good news is it's not looking like it's going to be too cold. Here we have our dew points that are very close to our air temperature, which indicates it's kind of muggy outside. In fact, it has been very rainy all day. So here in Tallahassee, you got 68, Donaldsonville 62. Maybe seeing a touch of that drier air that's going to start peeking through as you go into the next 2 days. So that's some good news for those of you who don't like to walk to class in the rain. in the next 24 to 48 hours, actually, we're going to see that rain continue through Tallahassee. Look at that on Thursday. It's kind of like this cold front just sits over us, doesn't want to give us a break. Thursday, 24 hours from now, we are going to see once again just maybe a break from the rain with just a lot of clouds hanging over our region. Some showers to the south, showers to the north. So we're going to see those spotty showers throughout the day. I wouldn't put your umbrella away just yet. Just prepare to have that around as you go about your day tomorrow because the rain is not letting us up quite yet. As we look at tonight, Tallahassee's looking at 59 degrees. Once again, we're not going to see that temperature dip down a lot. We're going to have these clouds hang over us. And although it hasn't been raining, because we still have that kind of blanket of clouds, the temperature is not going to go down very much. So here in Tallahassee, 59, St. Mark's 61. As we go further south, temperature is even going to stay fairly even, 60, 62 in Apalachicola, 60 in Carabel. So what we're seeing there is it's not going to get very cold. It's not like a cold rain. It's just an annoying rain as we go into tonight and tomorrow. Further north, though, we are going to see a touch of those colder temperatures coming in with 57 in Bainbridge, but still really nothing to get your parkas out for unless you're from Miami. Tomorrow, though, we're going to see temperatures a little bit chillier than today, 63 in Tallahassee, and we're looking at low 60s as we move to the east as well, and mostly just clouds, maybe a touch of rain in some of these regions, but the good news is we're going to get some breaks tomorrow, so hopefully you can plan your walks around that, especially if you're walking your dog. My dog doesn't go out in the rain, so definitely check on the radar, keep up with FSU weather, and you'll be able to see when that rain's coming. Tonight in Tallahassee, we are going to see that rain start back up as we go into later. So once again, if you have a dog, might want to just go ahead and walk them right now while we have a little bit of a break. And then tomorrow, like I said, the rain's going to pop back up, but it's not going to be a constant sort of rain. So just plan your day accordingly. You'll be able to get everything done that you need to do. So we go into the week ahead, once again, look, rain tomorrow, Friday it's going to let up, and Saturday and Sunday it's starting to look beautiful. And the beginning of next week might even call for some pool time. What do you say, Genevieve?
I would agree, though I would say the topic that should be on our minds for tonight and for tomorrow, unfortunately, is rain, rain, rain. Don't put your umbrellas away just yet, like Jesse said. It's still quite rainy. Tomorrow it will get a couple degrees chillier, but still nothing, maybe a light jacket for you to bring. But overall, I would say nothing too extreme. That severe weather is passing down the Florida Peninsula, so I will say if you are further down the state to be careful. Be careful when heading to work. Be careful from driving home. Turn around. Don't drown. We don't want you to get hurt driving in floods or anything like that. And of course, today through the show, we talked about quite a heavy topic of the tornado, of the Enterprise tornado hitting Enterprise, Alabama, that unfortunately struck a high school. That is quite worrisome, but for now, follow us on Twitter so you can get those updates and know what weather systems are going on. Like us on Facebook at FSU Weather, and watch us live on YouTube, which you're hopefully doing now. We want you to have that live weather coverage. And follow us on Instagram to see all of our pictures, all of our updates, and I will be passing it off to the wall with Jesse for one last look at our 7-day forecast.
Once again, guys, biggest thing here, don't forget to keep your umbrella and your rain jacket on you tomorrow. But as we go into the weekend, you'll be able to put that away. We're going to see temperatures in the 70s. Our lows are going to be a little bit lower in the 40s. But as we go into the beginning of next week, we're going to see temperatures up into the low 80s. So keep up with us and have a great night.